Are there any other concerns that you would like to share with the class attendees?
A couple of areas that we want to talk about. One of them has to do, again, with consumer credit. And this is that, unfortunately, there are some dealers who don't understand that a consumer is not in default until they're 10 days or more late with a payment. So you can't take any action to collect a debt until the consumer's in default. Default means more than 10 days. So 10 days or more, basically, late with a payment. So don't take action 5 days or 6 days. Don't start calling them. That's an action to collect a debt. That's illegal, all right? They have to be 10 days late or more. Second point is that at least once every 365 days, if they are 10 days late and you want to take action to repossess, for example, you got to give them a notice of right to cure. Now, there's a specific notice form right in Iowa law, and you can get that information right from the law itself. And I know it's available to you through sources as well. But the notice of right to cure form has to be sent to the consumer, and you have to give them 20 days from that notice. So it's really a 30-day window here. It's 10 days late, now they're in default. Now you give them the 20-day notice of right to cure. Then after the 20 days is over, then you can take action. Now, if you have already sent a notice of right to cure because of a prior default within that 365-day period, prior to this current default, then you don't have to send the notice of right to cure, but you still got to wait the 10 days. And we would encourage you to, of course, to try to work with the customer as best you can. But the legal requirement of sending that second notice, if you've already sent one within a 365-day period, you don't have to send the second. So that's important to understand. Another issue that we wanted to talk about is a misunderstanding that I think dealers might have about the damage disclosure law. Now, we've had this law in Iowa for over 20 years, and it's changed a little bit over time. It started out at $3,000, then it went to $5,000, and now it's at 50%, basically, of the value of the vehicle before it became damaged. If the damage was over 50%, and you knew about it either while you owned the vehicle or prior, you got to hit the box, yes, check yes, it had damage over that amount. Or if it was prior salvage, flood or rebuilt in Iowa or any other state, you check the box yes there. But there is a gap there. You know, say the damage wasn't 50%, but the damage was 25%. And you look at it and you go, oh boy, that's probably going to affect the value of the vehicle. It sure affected the value of the vehicle when I bought it at auction or when I took it in trade. Well, the important thing to remember there is that you still may be liable under the consumer fraud law if you don't disclose that. Even though it hasn't hit the 50% test for the damage disclosure law, we have this other broader law called the Consumer Fraud Act that overlays all of it. So you have to disclose it potentially if it's material, even if it's not 50%. And sometimes dealers don't get that, and they come back to us and say, it wasn't over 50%. And we say, well, yeah, but